that you have to go way down in order to get those condensation to happen. See, that was my point, was that these people, when they have a beer or a cold beverage or something over here, does it sweat? I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The whole sweating thing is an indication of relative humidity. So I think it could be used. Okay, so the last thing I want to cover tonight is this. Okay, so relative RH, the relative percent humidity, how close you are to saturation, 100% humidity, that's actually kind of easiest to measure. Okay, I'm not saying I could make one of these, but you kind of see, oops, I can make one of these, but check this out. Okay, this actually is hair. It could be horsehair or something like that. And for people who have curly hair, you know that it responds to humidity. And so actually they're making use of that in horsehair. So basically it's kind of a contraction and let go, contraction, let go. It moves the needle. And this is a tub we've looked at before. Basically it's rotating on and on and on. So the pen will deflect and get a fresh piece of paper. Okay? I just think those little tub things are kind of cool. Right? So this will give you relative humidity. That would be a hair hygrometer. The one that I want to show you is a sling psychrometer. I don't know where they get you pronounce the PHY, the psychrometer. That's how you pronounce that. So sling psychrometers, you can get relative humidity from them too. And this is what a sling psychrometer is composed of. So up here I have a bunch of sling psychrometers. Don't they look fancy? Yeah. So if you flip it over, you'll see a difference between the thermometers. There's a pair of thermometers, okay? One of them's soft and one of them's not. Okay? And they sling around. Okay? Do you remember when we talked about evaporative cooling? I call it evaporative cooling. Do you remember when I held my arm up here and I said basically you sweat so that water can evaporate and it takes some of your thermal energy? Okay, good. That's what you need to remember. Okay, so basically if you guys are going to wet in a minute, I'm going to come around with this, okay? And you guys are going to dip both thermometers in, but the one with that's got a wetted sock is really going to get wet. The other one's just going to get a little damp. Okay? So the one with the wetted sock, basically, it's all itching for that liquid water to evaporate. And there will be a cooling effect on that thermometer. But the deal is how much that water can evaporate, from your sock, that depends. It basically depends upon how much water there's already in the room, okay? So if it's very humid, okay, then it's not going to evaporate much. If it's very humid, you're not going to see this evaporate much. If it doesn't evaporate much, it's not going to cool that thermometer. When you stop spinning, this thermometer should be less. The more evaporation, the lower it's going to be, okay? So that's kind of how it is in a nutshell. So and then we're going to use a table to find out, compare the two temperatures to find out what the humidity is in this room. So serving communion. Very good. You go ahead and swing it around. And if you want to swing it around for, I don't know, 15, 20 seconds, stop and jot down what each of your thermometers say. And I'm going to write it down on the board. So actually, instead of slinging them, you could like have a fan do it, like have a fan blowing on them. But it's just kind of handy. But jot down. I'm going to ask dry one and then the wet one. Let's see what we got here. I think I better do this. And I'll kind of, however I dipped them, I'll kind of go around that way. Dry, wet. And these will all be in, they're Celsius, right?
Yes.
Cool. I know they're hard to read, aren't they? It's not just me.
I was hoping they were wet, I was gonna break them and play with mercury.
So could play with it, Mercury, yeah. What you got, Kane?
Give me just a second, I'm still reading, I'm not good at that.
Those are my twos.
Yeah.
How about you, James?
I've got on the dry one, 19,
Okay,
and then on the wet one, 15.
very good. Thank you. You still reading, Kane?
Yeah.
John?
I got 20 on the dry and 15 on the wet.
20 and 15, very good. Matt?
19 and 15.
19 and 15. Wow, kind of some consistencies here.
Yeah, 18 for the wet one and 20 for the dry.
Oh, 18 and 20?
Yeah.
There could be some pockets in here.
Okay, I'm good now.
No, I think
15
she said 20 for the dry.
Oh, sorry. You said 20 and what?
Sling it hard now.
And 15?
18, 20 for the dry and 18 for the wet.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Very good.
I got 20 for dry and 14 for wet.
Whoa, overachiever there.
20 and
Still at
15.
14.
20, 15. 20 and 15. Okay, so we could actually, here in a minute on one of the charts, you're gonna see something called a depression, and that's just the difference. So what do we got? We got 4, 5, 4, 2, 6, and 5. All right. So let's see what this looks like. That's what you guys did. And here's one of the two tables. So along the y-axis or so is going to be our dry bulb temperature. Okay, and along the x is going to be this depression temperature, or the degrees of depression. Ready, set, go. What do you think? If we just say in general, kind of go with a 4 or 5. I'm looking at 5 maybe. Generally, if we pick out a 5 and go with 19, 5 degrees depression. 19 is the dry one. Let's see if we can find that one. So 19 Celsius. Oh dear. We've got a betweener, right? Okay. And then 5. So where it intersects, 5. Wow. Okay. The next one is relative humidity. This is dew point temperature. So basically they're saying we would need to take our 19 degrees Celsius and crank it down to, I don't know, 10 degrees Celsius in order for it to get it to rain in here. So that's reassuring. So the next table looks like this, where it's a little bit different. It has the same thing along the axes, but now these numbers are not dew point temperatures. Now these numbers are relative humidities. So let's do the same thing. We pick on, what did we say, 19? Kind of between these, and 5. So it comes here and comes here, here-ish. Does that look right? Or my eyes getting crossed? No, I think that's right. Okay. 56, 58% relative humidity. That works for me. Every once in a while, and I might, for this unit, for your Unit 2 exam, sometimes I'll put these tables and kind of throw a couple of things at you and have you kick out what the relative humidity is. Sling cycrometer, 2 thermometers, okay, you look for the depression. Okay? Whew. Okay, so we are actually going to stop there for tonight. Hope that's okay with you. And we're going to pick up here after your test. Okay? So